The film opens with the sight of an overcrowded hotel where people are shown busy, walking here and there for their activities. Among the people, we see a gentleman whose name is Nick Schaffer. He is a kind of failed lover who never has a girlfriend. And here, he is struggling to find one in the hotel. He walks all around and observes beautiful girls only to find a perfect girl for him. He attempts to talk to many girls but fails and even offers a lady working in the hotel to be his girlfriend, but unfortunately, she also rejects his offer, and the continuous rejections make Nick pretty disappointed. Then we are shown a black lady in the same hotel whose name is Vera, an overly optimistic mother, who is struggling to find a handsome guy for her daughter in the hotel. However, she finally finds a family that shows a great interest in her daughter. When her daughter Mariel Jennings arrives to meet the family, she shows her usual wrathful attitude in front of them, which causes them to reject her immediately. This makes the mother and daughter sad. Meanwhile, a new family, led by a miser dad whose name is Randy Pear, steps into the hotel, and it is shown that his family is fed up with his misery, as he does not fulfill all their needs well. Next, we see a disheartened football referee, continually drinking beer at a bar located in the same hotel. His name is Owen Templeton, and he is upset because he has been fired by his boss for making wrong decisions in a recent football match. And then we see two con artist brothers named Dwayne and Blaine Cody entering the hotel, with a plan to get some money through a scam. Finally, they make a plan according to which one of them will instantly fall from the stairs, and they will demand money from the management for the bad arrangements. But unfortunately, a woman falls off the stairs and spoils the thugs' plan. To lessen the stress, all these messed up and bad luck people visit a playing club collaborated by the hotel. Here they manage to play several games and collect some special coins. Afterwards, they go to the hotel management and show the coins they demand for the prizes against the coins. Therefore, they are sent to a special room in the hotel where a splendid food menu has been arranged for them. So, they begin to enjoy the food, and gradually, they meet each other and introduce themselves. After a while, the most renowned actor Mr. Bean enters the room as Enrico Pollini and claims that he has also won the special coin and begins to taste the food items. At the same time, Donald Sinclair, the richest man in the country, arrives there and congratulates all of them because, according to him, they are the luckiest people who have been selected for a very interesting game in which the winner will get a hefty reward of $2 million. Hearing this, all of them remain unaffected as they think that he is surely lying to them, and maybe he is a big fool who is trying to make them fool as well. But Donald reveals that he has placed $2 million in Silver City's train station locker, which is approximately 906 kilometers away from here. Then he gives all the contestants the keys to that locker and tells them that the one who will reach the locker first will be the ultimate winner of $2 million. He also explains all the rules which they have to obey during the game. But at this point, we come to know that it's not a normal game but a gambling deal, as they were started by other gambler fellows of Donald, who then selects their teams from the game contestants and made their bets on them. And we learn that Donald is also a gambler who with his elite fellows used to bet on cars, but this time he arranged a kind of human race for the money so that they would bet on humans, and Donald is sure that he will have a great benefit this way. However, he starts the race with a gunshot and everyone rushes out, but upon exiting the hotel they face hurdles as it was overcrowded with people. Mr. Bean, Enrico leaves all the other contestants behind and quickly reaches the exit door, but unfortunately, he falls asleep before exiting the hotel. When the gambler learns that he is sleeping and falling behind the other contestants, he gets too worried and the others laugh at him. However, they all take their cars to the airport, and we see that Ver and Merrill only get a private jet to reach the Silver City. To stop them, the two thug brothers destroy the radar system at the airport, causing all the flights to be cancelled. Therefore, having no choice, all the contestants rush outside the airport and manage to get in their cars so that they would start the journey towards $2 million. Vera and Merrill are seen in a public car, and Randy takes his family through his car, while Enrico is still sleeping at the entrance of the hotel. The two brothers also arrange a car and set out towards the Silver City. Despite knowing that all others have gone, Nick remains in the hotel, considering that race is only a scam. So he throws the key to that locker in a nearby dustbin, and again starts looking for a girlfriend, and soon he sees a beautiful girl sitting in the lounge. He gets fascinated by her, so he decides to attempt once on her, so maybe she would become his girlfriend. He goes to the girl and introduces himself. The girl tells her name is Tracy Fawcett, and she begins to talk with him. During the discussion, she reveals that she is a helicopter pilot, and hearing this, Nick goes mad and hurriedly starts looking for the locker's key in the dustbin. Fortunately, he finds the key soon, and after telling about the ace, he convinces her to take him to the Silver City in her helicopter. However, she agrees and they start their journey in the helicopter. So in this way, all the contestants are now on the way to the Silver City, and they are being noticed by the gamblers on their screens. The football referee Owen Templeton uses a taxi, and soon the taxi driver realizes that he is the one who made the football team lose yesterday, due to which he lost his dollars in a bet. Hence he decides to take revenge against him and drops him in a hot desert. So having no choice, poor Owen starts the further journey on his foot on heated sand. On the other hand, we see Vera and Merrill on the way. They notice a person selling cute squirrels, so they inadvertently stop there and purchase a little and cute squirrel. and after that, they continue their journey. But soon they get in the wrong direction and run into a big dig, due to which their car gets destroyed and they have to continue further on foot. On the way, Randy and his family discover a Barbie museum, and upon his daughter's insistence, they stop there to have a visit inside the museum. But upon entering the museum, they learn that it's not a usual museum but a gangster's place, and eventually feel stuck there. Soon the two brothers Dwayne and Blaine Cody reach the museum and see Randy's car there. They quickly destroy the car and move forward. Somehow Randy manages to get rid of the gangsters and gets outside along with his family. Seeing the car destroyed, they feel too gloomy. Then Randy attempts to steal another car from the parking and flee with it. On the other hand, Zize and Nick in the helicopter speedily move forward, but on the way, Zize realizes that they are flying over his boyfriend's house, and then she sees him taking a bath with another girl down in the swimming pool. She gets angry and decides to destroy the pool with the helicopter. Then she does the same and his boyfriend begins to escape through his car. Despite knowing that they have to reach the locker, she starts chasing him instead through the helicopter. However, she manages to catch her boyfriend, but her helicopter gets destroyed in this nonsense practice. Then she snatches his boyfriend's car and continues to travel. But soon the car's fuel ends and they have to stop. On the other hand, we see Owen, who is nearly collapsing, but at that moment a bus stops near him and he tricks the driver and takes his uniform and then goes to drive the bus. Upon entering the bus, he learns that the bus is full of ladies and they begin to annoy him. Back in the hotel, Enrico is still sleeping and soon some naughty children disturb him. Consequently, he awakes and learns that he has wasted a large amount of time. Then he rushes outside and is hit by a van. Fortunately, the van driver was heading towards the same city in which the locker is located, so he takes Enrico with him. On the other hand, the two brothers Dwayne and Blaine Cody go to a keymaker and get a duplicate key of that locker. But the locksmith, hearing them, realizes that the key belongs to a locker in which $2 million are kept. So he tricks them and flees, taking the key towards the Silver City. The two brothers chase him, but finally, he takes a flying balloon and manages to escape. However, they somehow get the key from him while falling into the river, where they are covered by some dirt present in the water. Next, they manage to arrange a new car and start the journey towards Silver City. On the way, they are crossed by a car driven by a girl and they attempt to flirt with the girl, but all in vain. On the other hand, we see Randy and his family on the way to the stolen car. During the drive, Randy gets a small cut on his middle finger which results in great pain. Then he separates the finger to check it. We see that a lady biker beside his car assumes that he is showing her dirty gestures. Therefore, she asks her male bikers to destroy his car. Similarly, they come close to his car and with the help of baseball bats badly hit his car. As a result, Randy is compelled to stay at a hotel with his family. While he is staying here, the owner of the car also reaches here as they were chasing him, due to which he cleverly steals a truck and takes his family in it and sets off towards the target. Afterwards, we see Vera and Meryl, who have hardly covered a large distance on foot, and now they have reached a place where a fast-moving car is about to be tested. Considering it an opportunity, they secretly get inside the car and attempt to launch it. We see that the car travels at a very high speed, and they soon reach the Silver City. Upon exiting the car, they seem in a critical condition caused by that high speed. A nearby bus takes them along, considering that they are mentors. Nick and Zize attempt to steal some petrol from a cop's car and then they flee. When the two brothers cross the cop, he begins to chase them, but his petrol ends and they successfully escape. Soon Nick's car starts malfunctioning, so they go to a mechanic to get their car fixed. But the mechanic takes a large amount of money at gunpoint for fixing the car. After that, they continue to travel. While driving carelessly, the two brothers run into an accident and reach a monster truck race. Here they steal a truck and begin to escape. On the other side, Owen's bus tire bursts and the ladies throw the spare tire away. And soon the ladies realize that he is the corrupt referee, so they start beating him. He escapes, stealing a horse from a rider, and continues to travel. After that, we see Enrico and the driver shows him a human heart which he is transporting. Enrico accidentally throws the heart outside, so they stop to pick. They see that a dog has spoiled it, and Enrico feels that now he is planning to take his heart. So he deceives him, and after escaping, he gets on a train going towards the Silver City. In this way, almost all the contestants have reached the city, and when all of them reach the Silver City train station, their vehicles stop working further. So that all of them start running towards the station while Mr. Bean in the train plays with a child. When his parents learn it, they throw him outside at the same station. In this way, Enrico is the first who reaches the locker, but before opening the locker, he falls asleep again. After a while, other contestants reach and find the locker empty, and we come to know that a lady whose name is Mickey has stolen the money. Upon learning this, Donald travels in his jet to chase her. On the way, the keymaker from the balloon jumps on their car and ties the money bag with it. But before he could climb back, the balloon alone flies with money. Then all the teams start chasing the balloon. The balloon falls on a building, and the contestants, after reaching there, collect as much money as possible, but soon they realize that they are in a disabled people program. So they decide to donate their money to disabled people. Meanwhile, Donald and his fellows arrive there and Nick cleverly tells the audience that Donald is here to donate $10 million to the disabled people. Donald, having no choice, donates the amount and the movie ends here.